Hi everyone, Clusimall Designs here, and this is part 12 of the HK 1/32 scale B-25B Mitchell build. Sorry for the delay in videos there with this, but we've had more alerts and had to have things packed up yet again, but here we go. So we are talking about the tail here, and this is the hardest part of the model as far as conversions go. I know we've done a lot of other conversions, but as far as the tail goes, this is the hardest part, just because if you look at the book there, we are basically making, that into that. So nothing exists, right, as far as this goes. I mean, making a round hole for like the top turret from there to there is one thing, but to make this is a whole other, ball of wax. So basically, easy enough. We painted this. We've obviously taken, this part right here, which was this, flattened it out, made that. We've discussed that in the past, but trying to, find the glass, right? It's impossible, right? So I had to make it myself because of the evacuations and whatnot. I can't find my little wooden mold that I made, but basically I shaped my own piece. You can see right here. I don't have two, so if I mess this up, I'm gonna have to restart it. But basically, that's what you're gonna be looking at as far as your end result. Now, I will lift this up here so you can kind of have an idea. It would have been great to show you the end, end result after it's all said and done, because then it would have been like, oh, hey, that looks great. But then you wouldn't see how I made it, and then you wouldn't have this as your end videos. But basically, what you're looking at in the end is going to kind of look like that, but better, right? Because you're going to have, the dowel sticking out, or the broomsticks, but we'll get to that later. But once it's all in there, at the end, it's going to look nice. Now, the reason why I haven't painted these yet is because I need to handle these yet for shaping. That's why I haven't painted the moving surfaces yet, just because I need to add in more pieces in here, obviously, because we've got a big gaping hole. And I'm just coloring those right now. I'm using the 502 Optilong faded white. And that's what's taking a long time too with this model, is waiting for the oils to dry, because I need to fade these because this is fabric covered, right? You can't really see it in this light, but it's going to take a couple coats. You can kind of see it right there, the differences in color between the two. And then again, we'll get to that on another date. Today we're just mainly talking about that there. And same with the de-icing boots, right? This model does not have de-icing boots like the J. So you're going to have to figure out yourself, where the lines go, and measure that yourself if you want to put de-icing boots on your plane. There's no lines, there's no nothing with your J model. As you can see, you're going to have to figure out where they go yourself as far as that goes, if you want de-icing boots on your plane. As you can see, this little piece fell off right here. So again, that's what I'm going to be using for this piece right here. And then when the time comes, we're going to be putting in the fake broomsticks for the guns and such, and then it'll look good at the end. But to what we had to do with this model, if you go back, I'm not too sure what episode it is, but we actually had to take this tail and cut it back about that much. As you can see, we actually had to cut it back to get it somewhat close to this, because this here is rounded, this model is square. So that's what I mean, it's not going to look 100% close to the B, but it's going to look very close, I would say, in the end. So by the time we get paint and everything on it, and this being round here, it's going to look fairly decent, I would say, in my opinion. So that's where we're at with that. I haven't closed the plane up quite yet. Again, I still want to put the window in there. We got this nicely capped here, but we're getting very close to that point. It's just the tail. I don't want to close anything up until I make sure this tail is exactly where I need it to be as far as pieces go and shaping, because as soon as I close this plane up, there's no going back. And this tail is a huge focal point of this plane, because again, there's no mistaking a B from any other model of B-25. So again, that's where we're at. Hopefully we don't get any more of these evacuations things, because it's really holding up the work. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I look forward to your comments on this. So thanks.